Final game of day one of the SWAC men's basketball tournament, presented by Cricket Wireless and USAA. Number 1 seed, Prairie View A&M, taking on the 8th seed, Mississippi Valley State Delta Devils. When we take a look at the tournament bracket, the 2 top seeds are teams that didn't play during the regular season, but Jackson State, the co-champ, has already moved to the semifinals. They'll take on the winner of Alcorn State and Texas Southern, who play on Thursday. Prairie View A&M will take on Mississippi Valley, and they'll take on the winner of Grambling State and Southern, the Bayou Classic of basketball. That'll be Thursday night at 9:30 Eastern. Hello, everybody. James Red along with Tolly Carr. These are 2 teams in Prairie View and Mississippi Valley. Some would say headed in different directions, but both very dangerous teams.
Yeah, well, Prairie View, they are the regular season champions, and for the last 3 years, man, they have been the team to beat in the SWAC. And for Mississippi Valley State, the last few seasons and even longer, victories have been hard to come by, but Mississippi Valley State plays a style of basketball that on any given night, they might give you problems. And
if they can cause some problems, they'll be led by a young man who had a career opportunity and had a career night against Prairie View A&M, and we're talking about Mr. Collins. And Terry Collins had 16 points against Prairie View, the Kenner native. He is one of the guys that we need to look out for. And for Prairie View A&M, Jawan Daniels, all-conference second team, and he can really light it up.
Yeah, he had 30 points against Alcorn. He's a 6'7" guard out of Harlem, New York. Collins has been consistent all year long, right at 12 points a game. Daniels has a lot of ability, a lot of reach, a lot of height. And, man, these guys both get it done. Daniels 55% from the floor. 6'7" guard, that can cause you problems here in the SWAC.
And welcome back to the Cricket Wireless SWAC men's basketball tournament. The final game of day one, and the tip belongs to Prairie View A&M, the co-champion for 2021.
That was 7-2 in the jump circle there.
Delta Devils want to run and they want to shoot on the perimeter, but they can't go inside. Howard, standing at 7'1", just a true freshman out of Los Angeles, California. Foul called on Linnell Henry for the Panthers.
And Lindsey Hunter, we all know his background from Jackson State and from the NBA. He definitely likes to get out and move. Almost got the dunk there.
Wow.
Haven't had a lot of success, but they're not giving up on the philosophy of running gun here for Valley.
DeAndre Jefferson on that missed alley-oop attempt. Cam Mack, all-conference first team, gets it over to Henry. And now good inside move by Dwayne Cox, the young man from Ripley, Mississippi, with the first points of this evening's matchup.
Yeah, good vision and awareness. And here's Prairie View's trademark, this stifling pressure defense.
And there goes the three by Gordon. That goes awry. And now Cam Mack, the assist leader in the conference, he's trying to find somebody. Ball was tipped by a Delta Devil. It'll stay Prairie View A&M's ball.
Yeah, I kind of had nowhere to go there, but luckily for him, defense had their finger on the ball before it goes out of bounds.
Daniels, Jawan Daniels, the player that we focused in on, young man from Harlem, New York, with a nice, easy putback.
Yeah, kind of an awkward release on that one, but he got it to go nonetheless. Oh, wow, he fell down and got up.
Kept bouncing the basketball. Oh, and a nice, strong putback by Gordon, but it does not go, which means Prairie View A&M back on the attack. Long three-pointer does not go. Rebound Collins, and they're going to try to push it over to Caleb Hunter. And now they double him because they know he's a three-point threat. Over to Collins. And he misses the front end of that three-pointer. And Cam Mack, right now, everybody's really trying to feel their way into this ballgame.
You know, we've been having this working theory that the first 10 shots, just throw them out at the end of the night as everyone tries to get the depth perception down here at Bartow Arena.
Oh, that long one for the Panthers does not go. Collins on the run finds Hunter. fakes the three, gets it over to Gordon. He takes it, and it is off on the front end. Good tip by Gambrell, and Gambrell tries to put it back in the paint, but it doesn't go, and he was looking for a foul. He didn't get it. Basketball in favor of the Delta Devils.
Yeah, he was aggressive there. Nice attempt at the Euro step in the lane, but ran into the defender, and a lot of contact, but no call there.
That was a Euro step back.
There you go. Bada bing. He's in Birmingham all week, ladies. He's James.
Oh, yeah. Hunter breaks the press, gets it over to Collins for the Delta Devils. And using a left hand, great job, Caleb Hunter.
Yeah, he was determined going to the hole there. Nice finish with the offhand.
Oh, and looks like a lot of bodies go to the ground, but it was a foul on the Delta Devils. And Valley, Keandre Jefferson, he changed numbers quick on us, the redshirt senior. He gets called for the foul. And Jawan Daniels, he'll be shooting 2.
Yeah, and going strong there with the reverse layup, trying to use the rim as a way to fend off the defenders there. And he drew the contact and at the line, doesn't convert on the first one. So here, finishing on the other side and drawing the body contact. Just gets him 2. Has a nice little behind the back little rhythm he does there at the free throw line.
Everybody has their process. Staying with the press are the Panthers, and that's what Coach Byron Smith's signature is: pressure, pressure, and more pressure.
Yeah, defense turning into offense. If you do it right, it works well for you. Prairie View the last few years have done it as good, if not better, than everyone in the SWAC.
Cam Mack on Caleb Hunter for the Delta Devils in the green and red. Prairie View in their white uniforms, laced in purple and gold.
Well, they swarmed Hunter there. Came away with the steal.
And this three-point attempt goes, and give it 3 for Jawan Daniels, showing why he's all-conference second team.
Yeah, and that draws the ire of Lindsey Hunter along the sidelines there. Didn't like what he saw defensively from his team.
And now it's the Delta Devils, Keandre Jefferson, starting to heat up.
Yeah, but he likes that, though. Short jumper along the baseline. Little quasi-pressure from Valley here.
And Daniels once again, back-to-back baskets for Jawan Daniels, assist by Cam Mack. And this is the pace both teams want to play. Cam Mack's going to push it inside to Henry.
Oh, late whistle there. But a foul nonetheless.
And Linnell Henry is slow to get up. He's saying, wait a minute, I need to take a breath because we've been running up and down. And with a timeout, the lead is slowly expanding, but the Delta Devils are putting up a fight. 10-4 in favor of the conference champion, Prairie View A&M. We'll be back right after this. Okay. And by Credit Versio. Get your credit score up to where it should be with Credit Versio. Visit creditversio.com. Let's take a look at today's keys to the game, presented by Cricket Wireless. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Well, Mississippi Valley State is going to be bombs away if they can get the three-point shot to fall here. That's going to be one thing they want to capitalize on and try to stay fresh, like a lot of teams that we've seen today, especially. Not the full assortment of players. And for Prairie View, they want to push the tempo, and they have to defend the three-point shot.
Henry hits his first of 2 free throws.
And so far, Mississippi Valley State not able to connect. 0 for 4 from downtown early.
Don't be afraid. They will put it up.
Oh, no concerns there. Shooters shoot.
And they have a lot of shooters. Cameron Cunningham, that one goes awry for the Delta Devils. His first opportunity to shoot this season.
And it's a perfect example, you know. You have to look at the coach. His DNA as a player. Prolific shooter.
Yes, I remember him in college. He never saw a shot he didn't like.
I tell you, so funny to see his son Caleb out there. It's like, boy, I mean, splitting image of his dad.
Mustache and all.
Bald head, body stance, everything.
Moving it around the way, good passing, but now great steal by Jefferson. And the senior's trying to get it over to Cunningham. He gets hit in the head, no foul call. Cam Mack was trying to get physical with him.
He tried and succeeded in getting physical. Had the numbers there for Mississippi Valley State, just couldn't convert there on that 2-on-1 break. But they maintained possession of the ball.
Good drive, and it gets away.
Okay, he split the double team there, forced the defense to commit the foul.
Roberts in for Prairie View A&M. 6'7" forward out of Dallas. And the putback, great job by Keandre Jefferson.
Yeah, but you got to get back because Prairie View's going to bring it.
He does. Great job there with the SWAC. Collins going baseline, and he connects with two.
Yeah, Collins come up empty from the three-point line so far. He says, I'm going to get it a little closer this time. He finishes off as the defender closes out hard. He goes to the basket going where the defender came from. Another turnover here.
And a turnover. Jefferson gets the loose ball, gets it over to Hunter. Quick passes. And a nice sweet shot. And it does not go for the Delta Devils. And now Cam Mack, all-conference first-team guard. He's trying to get his team back on. And great job in the pits of the paint is Jawan Daniels. He seems as though he's just having his way with the Delta Devil defense.
Yeah, good penetration, finishing with the left hand. Again, blowing past the defender who tried to close out hard there. Finished at the cup.
Quick release by Hunter. Hits the backside of the rim, and Mack with another rebound, and he's going to push it.
Boy, you got to keep up here, James. They are back and forth all night from the get-go here.
Cam Mack for three. He averages 12.1 a game, and not known for the three-pointer, but he is deadly shooting the basketball, none the same. And timeout call, 16-8 is your score in favor of the Panthers. And Byron Smith, he is really trying to work something out because he's getting a little pushback from the Delta Devils.
Yeah, you know, one thing I've noticed about the tournament here on day one is that it's one thing to get a good look at the basket. It's an entirely different thing to fully execute and get that shot to go down. We've seen several games today where teams are playing hard. They're getting the shot that they want, but it's just not falling.
And you see Coach Smith, he's saying, I've got it. He's talking to his players. The unique thing about Byron Smith, instead of saying he creates a culture, he says he recruits a culture. He recruits players that his coaches feel that they can do it. Let's take a look at the Cricket Wireless SWAC men's regular season standings presented by Cricket Wireless. Smile, you're on Cricket. Prairie View A&M and Jackson State did not play each other during the regular season. They were considered co-champ. Prairie View A&M the #1 seed. And you see right there Mississippi Valley at 2-13, but that's a little misleading because they had a number of players for a variety of reasons that were unable to finish the season.
Yep, so the top 8 get in. The 2 Alabama schools on the men's side not eligible for the tournament this year. So one more opportunity here for Mississippi Valley State to leave their mark on the 2020-2021 season.
Cunningham gets it over to Collins, wide open three. Oh, he misses the front end.
It was on target, just an inch short there. I even watched him in warm-ups. He was having a hard time getting the shot to fall in the warm-up. So that continues here as the game started.
Cam going to try to drive in. And they do not call a travel, but they will call a foul on the Delta Devils.
It was close there. Let's see.
Ooh, that other foot just like ice skates. It just slid across the paint.
Yeah, you know, since the Euro step has come into, you know, first from the overseas to the NBA, now to college basketball, it really puts a lot of pressure on what a travel is and isn't.
No doubt, no doubt. Substitutions for Prairie View and for Mississippi Valley. Alexander Perry for Valley. And sitting down is Devin Gordon, and I know he needs a rest. They've been ripping and running. Matt hits the second.
So that puts Prairie View in the +10 on the scoreboard. How's Mississippi Valley State going to respond here? A little three-quarters court pressure from Prairie View. Referees getting in on the action, pushed into the scorer's table here.
Hunter going in the lane, and he is fouled, but able to get it to the rim.
Yeah, and he's found some success going to the basket earlier. He had that left-hand finish. You know, you want to respect him as a jump shooter, but if you close out hard on him, that gives him the advantage to get past you, get to the cup here, go into the free throw line. Should be a little easy way to get him started here with some more scoring. Or not.
That front end. And as a free throw shooter, 53%. I know Coach Hunter wants to see his son shoot from the strike a little bit better. He gets the second one.
It's just too close, that's all. It's too close.
Daniels re-enters the game, and Dwayne Cox has a seat. And you're going to see a lot of substitutions for Prairie View. They play almost their entire roster,
which affords them the ability to keep that defensive pressure up through the game. You keep fresh legs, fresh bodies in there, because that will get you tired. Full court press and then running on offense as well. So substitution's a big part of what they do.
Coach looking at the scoreboard, seeing the lead really hover between that 9 and 10-point mark. And he does not get the kiss of the rim. Daniels comes in and finally gets the rebound, and Cam Mack now on the attack.
I mean, that was every part of the rim except falling through.
Daniels is fouled by Cunningham of the Delta Devils. Cunningham, one of the most athletic guys from Mississippi Valley. And we've seen a lot of transition basketball and some fouls
today.
Welcome back to the Cricket Wireless SWAC Men's Basketball Tournament presented by USAA. Fresh, delicious popcorn right here in Bartow Arena in Birmingham. Some of the best around. I can truly attest to that.
It must be, because she is not sharing at all. She is hogging all of that popcorn.
She's like, you got to go get your own.
You didn't put in on this.
No. And we see the players for UAPB. They will have to wait until next season. They were losers to Jackson State earlier today in the early session. 2 games in the early session, 2 games in the evening session. Wednesday and Thursday, and then a 4-game slate for the semifinals and the finals on Saturday, all right here on the ESPN platform.
Boy, it's a struggle from the field for Mississippi Valley. 4 of 19 to start the game. 0 of 8 from the three-point line. One of our keys to the game was going to be their ability to hit the three-point shot, and so far they have shown an inability to get it to go down.
And Daniels misses two. This could come to haunt A&M later on. Cox is looking for a favorable call from the referee, and he doesn't get it.
He thought for a second he was going to get it, but I want to say off of him and going this direction to the valley.
That's why you have referees, because if it wasn't for them, we'd just be arguing for the next 5 minutes.
It'd be pickup basketball.
Oh, yeah. Gordon for Mississippi Valley called on that foul.
One thing you've never seen in pickup basketball, an offensive foul.
And that's a moving pick, no doubt about it. That was more like a, I'm about to bag into you pick.
Freight train moving through.
And Jefferson thinking that he did a hand swat. He thought it was on him. Oh, goodness.
Oh, look, you got to work the officials, even when you're wrong. Just keep working.
Terrell Roberts gives it back to Cam Mack. And Henry is fouled. Gordon is called on that, and Keontae Jefferson is not happy. They're trying to keep Jefferson calm there. Collins Wright also in on that play.
And, as poorly as Mississippi Valley State is shooting from the field, still in it. It's just a 9-point game. Still lots of time, and deficit not
and player goes airborne, and Henry looks like he took a knee to the ear. And Jefferson is like, oh, I'm saying you okay? I'm okay. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, hits him with the pump fake and then just jumped right over his head.
I think he was more upset because his headband went away. And, guys who wear headbands, they're very particular about their headbands.
That one time that they knocked it off LeBron, he never put it back on.
Yeah, no doubt. Henry has been the man at the strike. This is his second consecutive free throw attempt. And he has not been able to connect yet. Cox in, and Terrell Roberts is out.
Gets the rebound, though, after missing the second.
But he can do the putback.
Hey, however you get it. 2 points on the board.
20-9 in favor of the Panthers. Collins getting the double team. Long distance strike is in for Gordon.
So Prairie View blitzes Collins. They have 2 defenders on him. That leaves somebody open, and Mississippi Valley State forcing Prairie View to pay on that possession.
Roberts over to Cox, and nice play in by Cox. Extends that lead to 22-12. Perry gets it knocked away, and now Daniels gets it over to Cam Mack with the right hand. Easy lay-in for 2.
Oh, he wanted to block that one bad. Big swing, but didn't get it.
Collins fakes the 3. Now they're going to slow it up.
Listen, when you can't hit the shot or show your opponent that you can hit it, they can just go in that zone and force you. Oh, offensive foul there.
Yeah, it looks like Perry used that shoulder to push Roberts way out of the way.
Yeah, they're just going to say, look, make us come out of this zone. Hit a few threes. We'll believe in you and do something different.
Yeah. It wasn't all the way a push. He just sort of said, let's use that momentum.
That looked like an all the way push to me.
Cunningham for 3, and it goes short right at the buzzer.
He got his money's worth from that.
Daniels trying to find a way. Cox inside. Wow, gypsy-do, and using the right hand underneath for another basket.
Yep, air an opportunity, and he went straight to the hole there. It's Prairie View pushing this lead up a little bit further and further.
Collins from way out for a three-point miss.
Wow. Just nothing going from behind the line for Mississippi Valley State. That was the big thing in their tool bag that they were counting on.
Faith Williams trying to find a way to get it over to Daniels. Cunningham is just smothering him. Good swat by Perry, but it goes back into Faith Williams' hands, and it's still no one's able to get a basket in the paint.
Yeah, you got to put both hands on that ball and corral it in.
Terry Collins takes the loose ball, and now he's off to the races. Daniels was unable to capitalize off a shooting opportunity.
Not only is it fast, it's physical out there.
That one off the side of the backboard for Cunningham. He really hasn't found his shot yet.
Yeah, not even close. The futility continues here for Mississippi Valley State from the three-point line.
And a block called on the Delta Devils. Faith Williams will go to the line. Perry called on the foul. Some good ball handling, and it's going around the world, and he just stays with it.
Man, that was around the world be free there, man.
Yes, it was. World be free. And so far, it seems as though Prairie View is not doing the best job possible at the free throw line, which is keeping the Delta Devils in this ballgame.
Well, Prairie View right now sitting at 4 and 11 from the free throw line. That's only 36%, but Mississippi Valley State, again, 1 for 12 on their three-point attempts. And overall from the field, they're shooting 20% for the game. Prairie View right at 55%.
Fake connects on the second free throw. Coach Smith is telling them hands, hands.
Yep, they're just in the zone, sliding from side to side.
Prairie View trying to bring their energy up, and Hunter's trying to bring them back down to earth using his good hand skills with the basketball, and it's a long two for Valley.
But look how hard it was to get that. That was a lot of one-on-one, not sustainable over the long term, trying to get back in this game.
Cox is just smothering Hunter, and this one goes short. Cox able to get the rebound on the loose ball. Winner moves on to play on Friday in the semifinals. Daniels for three, and he connects and holds that arm up, saying, I knew it was going in. And now that lead is close to out of reach.
It was a simple pick and pop there by Daniels. It was a double screen, top of the key. Ball goes to the other side. Daniels just holds his spot behind the line after setting the screen and drops it from downtown.
Up by 16, Prairie View A&M, and for Lindsey Hunter and the Delta Devils, they got to go back to the drawing board quickly. 7:10 left here in the first half, and the Delta Devils are trying to find their way, and quickly right here on ESPN. Welcome back to Cricket Wireless SWAC Men's Basketball Tournament presented by USAA. We've taken a look at Lindsey Hunter in his second season with the Delta Devils. He is a Mississippi native, a Jackson State graduate, and part of a trend of high-profile former professional athletes coming to the SWAC to coach. Of course, a lot of people have heard of Deion Sanders coaching at Jackson State, but you have Mo Williams at Alabama State and a number of other former professional athletes, Cynthia Cooper-Dyke at Texas Southern.
Yeah, these are names that people remember, and it's the parents of these kids who are being recruited, so that means something. If your son can play and Lindsey Hunter is calling you, hey, I might have some Lindsey Hunter basketball cards in the attic. I was a big fan of his growing up. Same thing with Mo Williams as well. And Of course, what Deion Sanders is doing in Jackson State, man, we don't even need to explain that. That is just out of this universe, what's happening there.
And I think a lot of people may, not give her a lot of credit, but Cynthia Cooper-Dyke was one of the first.
Oh,
and
yeah.
she's a top 50 all-time player, Hall of Famer. And she found a home not only at Prairie View A&M, but Texas Southern, and has come back to the SWAC. And once again, creating competitive teams. Her team was out of the tournament this year, lost in the first round, but it's good to see high-profile people reach out to HBCUs and HBCUs reach back out to them, and you have a symbiotic relationship.
HBCUs give a lot of these coaches opportunities that they can't find or not afforded in other conferences and in other schools. So really, it's a two-way street, and it's been working well here recently.
And we see Howard right there getting fouled, and he'll be shooting two. True freshman out of Los Angeles, California. And I most likely, when Lindsey Hunter called his home, I know somebody in the house was like, wait, are you that Lindsey Hunter that played with the Phoenix Suns and played with the Lakers, played with the Detroit Pistons?
Yep.
Yes. Yeah, I'm that Lindsey Hunter.
Yeah, you got him a Laker fan here from L.A., I'm sure. There's a handful of people, I think, to pull for the Clippers.
growing number.
A lot of potential there. Nice touch, 7'2", like we talked about in the earlier games. Can't coach that.
No doubt about it. But Mississippi Valley State has a history of finding 7-footers. Lafayette Stribling, longtime coach there, SWAC champion, he would always find a 7-footer. Great block there, and he's a true freshman. Really came on late for Mississippi Valley, had to make sure he was clear to play. And since then, he's been able to do some things.
Yeah, makes it tough around the basket. But Daniels able to get around and get a bucket there over the big guy.
If he can stay at Mississippi Valley throughout his eligibility, it is not out of the realm of possibility. You could see that young man get an opportunity to play professional basketball. Because as they say, you cannot coach height. No. And he's 7'1", and he can run.
Yeah, runs well up and down the court. Not lumbering. He's out there moving. Just got to get used to the college game here.
No doubt. And you see Henry right there on the good pass and able to get 2 and 1 more.
Yeah, he missed his last 2 free throws, but was able to get that offensive rebound and put it back up the hard way. Let's see if he gets the free throw to fall right here. He was
no, that was all your fault, Colin.
He was ready to get that rebound. He was the first person in the lane.
And you can see the pain in his face every time he misses one. It's like, oh, I want to make a free throw.
Let me make up for it by going to get the rebound.
Right.
Got to appreciate the hustle, if nothing else.
And that's what Byron Smith wants to see. He wants to see effort and hustle. And you see his defense double teaming. Howard right there with the putback. Oh, but it doesn't go. And now Cam Mack, who's back in the game, able to do what he does best, find the open man. Gambrell Jr. misses it, but Henry, smart move, gives a Mack on the perimeter, and he knocks down a 3. The Austin native transferred from University of Nebraska in just 13 games. He's made all-conference first team in a 3-pointer tonight.
Yeah, 3 beats 2. Right now, Prairie View 50% from behind the line, 3 for 6. Not their calling card. But much better at it than Mississippi Valley State right now, who's 1 for 14 from behind the shot.
Perry goes in strong, and the ball does not fall for him, but he'll go to the line and earn a long way. 2 free throws.
Yeah, this lead is now teetering on the 20-point deficit for Mississippi Valley State. They had it kind of hanging around the 10-point margin there for a while, but now Prairie View really starting to press the gas here on Valley.
And Perry misses the first one, and now we've got entering the game Quavon Blackwood for Mississippi Valley, number 5.
Blackwood's from Hyattsville, Maryland. From the DMV to Prairie View. Another three by Daniels here.
And Daniels is definitely feeling it, and he has the hot hand offensively for Prairie View A&M.
This Northeast connection here. He's from Daniels from Harlem. He's getting it done here today, like he's been getting it done all season for Prairie View. Blitz Hunter there.
Jefferson almost got it out, stepped out of bounds. Gambrell gets it over to Daniels, and Daniels once again with the lay-in.
Yeah, when they blitzed Hunter, it was a delayed turnover. He was able to get the pass off, but it was a bad pass that then resulted in a turnover there. So that's that pressure from Prairie View paying off once again.
Blackwood over to Hunter, and that one off the front end. Henry looks like Howard rolled on the backside of his ankle, but he's still able to go forth. And Henry right there, but Howard is there to swat it away. Nice for the big fella, 7-1, and he's running with the small guys. With 3:50 left to play here in the first half, a big lead for Prairie View A&M. Henry and Daniels connecting, but it is Hunter who's keeping the Delta. Taking a look at the SWAC Women's Basketball Tournament bracket presented by Cricket Wireless. Smile, you're on Cricket. And we see Jackson State has already moved to Friday's semifinal. They'll face the winner of Grambling State and Alabama A&M. That game starts at 6:30 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. And also Alabama State defeated Texas Southern 85-69, and they will face the winner of Southern versus Alcorn, which is at noon on Thursday. Semifinals on Friday. Finals will be on Saturday. Championship Saturday, and you see Byron Smith, his team now with a 20-plus point lead, but he is not satisfied yet.
What do you think about fans who are sitting back still trying to accept the fact that Prairie View has turned their entire program around over the last few seasons, and they are the top team in the SWAC consistently here?
No doubt about it. Byron Smith, in his 5 seasons at the helm, has definitely turned this team, and they've hit heights that they haven't seen ever in school history. And now with 3 consecutive championship or co-championships and trying to repeat as tournament champions, this is definitely something that are turning heads and making people say, are we talking about the same Prairie View A&M that was horrible and a perennial patsy 10 years ago? Now they're a perennial power?
I mean, heights that they only dreamed of are now a reality. That's got to be a huge boost for that Prairie View fan base.
Howard, and remember, they haven't had a lot of time together, so that dipsy-do pass by Hunter may have caught him off guard.
Yeah, but he had the wherewithal to get it up at the rim, and good things happen. He's at the free throw line where he has a good stroke, adds more points to the ledger.
And Paris comes in, Damari Paris, Eastern Michigan graduate transfer. He's from Prince George County, Maryland. One of those hotbeds of basketball.
Mississippi Valley State with the offensive board after the miss, so a chance to put some more points up from the same possession.
Hunter with the step-back jumper, and Paris steps in and already gets a rebound and gets it over to Cam Mack, who quickly finds Bo the Giga, and the Giga did not find his way towards the basket.
Yeah, Valley now 20% shooting from the floor. Prairie View up to almost 60%.
And Hunter right there gets the loose ball and lays it in. Great job by Caleb Hunter.
Yeah, good hustle there and easy layup. Lead down to 20. Still a lot of work to be done. Another turnover though.
Cam Mack turns it over again. Delta Devils now trying to slow it up just a tad.
Hunter telling this player to get through, clear out that side of the court.
NBA 3 for Caleb.
I told you the free throw line was too close for him.
Daniels goes down and quickly gets back up like he's playing on that Harlem hard blacktop.
Yeah, he creates a lot of pressure on the defense of Mississippi Valley State, just taking the ball right to the chest of the defender and picks up the foul and have a chance to convert here at the free throw line. That's his ritual behind the back, and then little pressure valve pushed down.
Now I wonder if he can show that ritual to Linnell Henry, because Henry he's sort of out of sorts at his free throws, and every time he shoots it, he's just having anxiety attacks like that. Oh, it's happening.
Well, look, man, they have all these intricate handshakes that they can do. They ought to be able to show off a little ritual at the free throw line.
Bo Nagigal with the putback.
Let's see if Mississippi Valley State can continue the little bit of momentum they've gained here in the last couple of possessions.
Foul called on, looks like it's Bo Nagigal or Cam Mack. And they will call it on Cam Mack.
Hunter probing, trying to find something. Almost lost it there, got it out, and then just closing out, reaching in, drawing the foul.
Jefferson to shoot two.
If Mississippi Valley State can cut this lead down to 15 or under heading into the half, that would be a little bit of progress, having been down on the wrong side of 20 here for a little while.
45-27 in favor of the purple and gold Panthers. Cam Mack trying to add on to it and does a long three-pointer, and he's really feeling it.
That makes it hard, though, if you're Mississippi Valley.
Blackwood trying to find somebody open. He finally finds Collins. And long three by Hunter does not go, and Cam is going to find somebody to shoot a three themselves, and it does connect. Jeremiah Gambrell Jr., the Western Kentucky transfer.
It's great transition offense there, getting to the open spot, making Valley pay with the three.
Jefferson, and he connects for three. Now the threes are starting to rain with less than 20 seconds left to play in the first half.
Yeah, you think I'm crazy, man, but I'm saying here at Bartow, just take the first 15 shots, and everything that happens after that is what's really going on. But they keep score on those first 15 as well.
No doubt. Daniels with the heat check at the buzzer, and it doesn't go. But so far, Byron Smith and the Panthers able to put 51 on the board offensively, and the Delta Devils still searching for more points as they were only able to scrum up 30. 51-30, your halftime score, and it's all Panther power right here on ESPN.
They get 100 of your pies.
Welcome back to the Cricket Wireless SWAC Men's Basketball Tournament presented by USAA. 21-point lead for the Panthers of Prairie View over the Delta Devils, and James Red along with Tolly Card. Now, Tolly, we knew that Delta Devils will come out and try to shoot as many threes as possible, but we're surprised to see that Prairie View A&M is able to connect on 7 so far.
Yeah, well, Mississippi Valley State did shoot as many as possible. They just didn't make a lot of them. Prairie View didn't shoot as many, but they made a lot more. Jawan Daniels was 3 of 6, hit 50% of his three-point shots. And how about Cam Mack, the Mack attack? He was 3 for 3 from behind the line. So it's hard enough to play Prairie View with the way they play defense and get out and run. But when they start hitting the three-point shot, it's almost lights out.
No doubt about it. When you take a look at Mississippi Valley, how can they get back in this game when you know they're going to put up a large mass amount of three-pointers? Can they go inside and try to find some two-point shots?
Well, the inside is going to be closed down when you're not hitting your three-point shot because the defense does not have to play you honestly on the perimeter. We saw for a great deal of the first half, they just sat back in the 2-3 zone and dared Mississippi Valley State to get them out of that. Now, we did see Caleb Hunter start to warm up a little bit. If he could continue to do that, and at that point, they were playing, Prairie View was playing a man-to-man. They switched back. If he can continue to hit that, that could open up things in the lane. But if you're not hitting shots from the perimeter, it just allows the defense to sag back, and it's a disadvantage for you in what you're trying to run in your offensive sets.
Now, if you're Byron Smith, do you call the dogs off because you have a 21-point lead here and you know you've got at least one more game, possibly two more games in this tournament?
They're so deep, I think you keep the iron sharp and you just keep running your plays out there and you get your substitutions in. You want everybody hitting on all cylinders. If you win this game, you got 2 more days. You get a championship. You start thinking about Indianapolis.
No doubt about it. 21-point lead for Prairie View A&M Panthers. Delta Devils trying to find their way and upset the 3-time regular season champion. You're watching the Cricket Wireless SWAC Men's Basketball Tournament presented by USAA. We'll be back with more right after this.
33 cents a day. It's that simple. USAA. What you're made of, we're made for.
Welcome back to the Cricket Wireless SWAC Men's Basketball Tournament presented by USAA. 21-point lead of the Panthers. And you see, look at Minnie Mouse. Minnie Mouse is in the house here in Birmingham, and the little baby's like, look, you're holding me. I need to get back to my Minnie Mouse. Let me down.
Now, that baby has worked her way from the right side of the screen to the left side. She is set on every lap here in the first half of the game.
Let's take a look at the men's bracket. And right now, Jackson State is waiting on Friday to see who they'll play. They'll play the winner of Alcorn and Texas Southern. They play at 3 p.m. Eastern on Thursday. Also, the Bayou Classic of basketball. Southern taking on Grambling, 9:30 p.m. on Thursday. And the winner of this game will face the winner of the Grambling Southern matchup. So Prairie View is trying to find their way into Friday's 9:30 p.m. game, and Mississippi Valley trying to figure out a way to pull off the upset of the year. And let's take a look at the final the women's standings as far as the tournament goes. Jackson State already there in the semifinals for Friday. Alabama State, they are trying to be on a collision course to see who will win that rubber match if they can meet up. But standing in their way, Grambling and Alabama A&M face off at 6:30 on Eastern on Thursday. Southern Alcorn also noon Eastern time. And let's take a look at the final regular season standings presented by Cricket Wireless. Smile, you're on Cricket. Prairie View and Jackson, they did not meet during the regular season due to cancellations, COVID, whatever have you. Can they meet in the tournament final to finally see who is the true champion of the Southwestern Athletic Conference? You see Mississippi Valley, they're trying to work their way to go from bottom to the top, and in order to do that, they got to defeat Prairie View A&M. Stay tuned. We'll have more right here on ESPN. Some of our fans looking to see where they'll get a late night snack with the Panthers with a 21-point lead right here on the Cricket Wireless SWAC Men's Basketball Tournament presented by USAA. We were expecting run and gun, but I don't know if we were expecting this type of offensive display by the Panthers. Cox right there early on. He went 3 for 3 in the game, and Lindsey Hunter's son, Caleb Hunter, also contributing with 12 total points.
Look at Daniels there. He's getting it done. Oh, he had a big half from behind the line, 3 for 6, and he could even finish around the hoop as well. But how about this guy? Cam Mack.
Yes, sir. The Mack man.
I got it.
3 for 3
I got
from
it.
3-point.
Cam Mack, 1,000 degrees.
Oh, Cox also there. He went 3 for 3 in the first half, but Cam Mack was really on fire offensively, along with Cox for the Panthers. But Caleb Hunter kept him in the game for the Delta Devils.
He started to finally find his stroke a little bit from behind the line, but boy, it was hard keeping up with Daniels and Mack. But Hunter did his best, and he hit a few there before the half.
Let's take a look at the Cricket Wireless halftime stats. Smile, you are on Cricket. And yes, shooting percentage not good for Mississippi Valley. Very impressive for Prairie View A&M, but those rebounds and fast break points, huge for the Panthers.
14 fast break points for Prairie View, 0 for Mississippi Valley State.
See what kind of adjustments the Delta Devils make out of the halftime.
Maybe this rim will be as kind to Mississippi Valley State as it was to Prairie View in the first half, now that we're changing direction.
With the left hand, Terry Collins from Kenner.
Hey, so far so good.
Cox, who has been perfect from the field, he gives it out to Daniels, and he connects again on a three. It seems as though this is like going back playing in Harlem. He is red hot.
Penetrate in, the defense follows you, and Daniels alone out on the perimeter and knocks it down when he gets the pass. But you can't do that analysis like they do at the Rucker, man. You can't do that type of play-by-play, can you?
I don't know about that.
Got to have a lot of rhymes in your bag to do that, man.
I've got a few. I don't pull them all out all the time. That one goes air ball. Out of bounds, Jeremiah Gambrell. Very rare for him to shoot an air ball. He had a great January, hit career highs, season highs all throughout the month of January, but sort of cooled off in February and now in March.
Hey, Daniels might get a season high here. I know he had 30 points earlier in the year against Alcorn, but he might even top that tonight.
And that errant pass goes right in the hands of Daniels, and he's going to give it back to Cam Mack. Henry going up against a 7-footer, goes in and out. Henry trying again, gives it to Cam. Cox, and the first miss of the evening for Cox.
You know, everybody wants to take it against the 7-footer there. You don't always get a block, but there's such thing as disruption of a shot. He's very disruptive, but picking up the foul there.
No doubt about it. And Coach Hunter is trying to talk to his assistants like, man, he didn't like that call.
Don't you love it when the assistants catch the brunt from the coach? Like, I'm not playing, man. I'm over here with you.
Misses the first. It's called a sounding board. He is the sounding board.
Okay.
And he's talking to him. He's letting him know in his own way.
Yeah. We got to work on this in practice, but this is the season. There will be no more practice this year if you don't pull out a win here.
Cox misses both. Collins for the Delta Devils gets the rebound, and now he's being double teamed quickly by Prairie View.
Well, he picked up 3 defenders by the time he spun out of that, but still holding on to the ball.
Good job. Jefferson trying to find something on the baseline, and Caleb shoots a 3, but Daniels is right there for Prairie View A&M, and he's like, no, he's not going to have it.
Yeah, that's 6'7" against 5'10". 6'7" closing out. He's going to win that a lot of times.
I mean, that was a great athletic move, using that right hand for the SWAC.
Yeah, but coming right back, Caleb Hunter doesn't give up. He draws the foul on Mack. He's going to go to the line.
That shows even as a sophomore, he has that mindset. Shake it off, go to the next play.
It's in his DNA. he earned it honestly.
Literally. No, and he misses the front end.
Too close. Just back up a little bit. He's the long range shooter.
Oh, and that one does not go. It misses both. Now Cam is going to try to set up something offensively.
Mississippi Valley in their zone here.
And Cam from way out, NBA style three, and he says, I connect again. Great job by Cam Mack.
Yeah, he loves seeing that zone. He says, I'll shoot you right out of it. Doing a good job on his own so far.
Jefferson, the senior, able to connect. Trading baskets, but can somebody get a stop? Cox, great move by Cam, just like a pedestrian move, but Cox comes in and slices in for an easy layup.
Yeah, Mack looked the defense off. It looked as if he was going to pull it back out, but he saw the cut going to the basket and just nonchalantly dished it off for the layup.
Cox again, but this time he gets it knocked away. Hunter gets it over to Howard and for the dunk. Great job by Leandre Howard.
He knocked something off the goal. I don't know what that was. It came off the... They're just going to toss it to the side. I don't think it was anything important to the upkeep of the goal, but boom, you see him right there, and you don't see it on that angle, but something literally fell off the basket with the dunk.
Timeout, Prairie View A&M. And Lindsey Hunter's trying to get his team motivated and get closer in this deficit that they have against Prairie View A&M. Huge game for Prairie View A&M. Welcome back to live action here in Birmingham, and as you can see, transition game working for the Delta Devils. Caleb over to Howard, and wow, rim rocking dunk.
He's been waiting on that one all evening. Finally got out and got behind the Prairie View defense, and when you're 7-2, you know what to do when you're all alone in the paint.
And I know Coach Hunter is like, if I can just continue to develop him along with some three-point shooters, you got a dangerous ball club.
Oh, there's potential there, potential for days. Already had 3 points at the free throw line. He has a soft touch from there, so that easy dunk put him at 5 points on the evening.
And yep, Darrell Roberts just falls as Jefferson for the Delta Devils. He just rolled into him.
Going to be baseline out of bounds for Prairie View. Mack, boy, James, he's been on fire tonight.
The Mac man. Or you say, what you say? Mac time to foul?
Did you understand what I was alluding to? Did it fly over your head a little bit, James?
A little bit, just a little.
I said Cam Mack, 1,000 degrees. I'll let people on Twitter tell you what I'm saying.
Okay, there you go. Let the tweeters and the tweeters.
Just think about what Cam Mack sounds like. It kind of sounds like Cam Mack, Craig Mack.
No doubt.
You need to put your early 90s hip-hop verse hat on.
Well, I'm like Byron Smith. I'm more focused on Prairie View's extending his lead. We'll be right back.
Made for.
And welcome back to Cricket Wireless SWAC Men's Basketball Tournament presented by USAA and Prairie View A&M with a commanding lead here in the second half. But fans are still hanging around trying to see if the Delta Devils can make a comeback. And Byron Smith is like, hey, we need to put this one away. And the next 5 or 10 minutes, if they can get on a run, that may do it. He's telling everybody, hey, hands up. Let's get ready to play some defense against these Delta Devils.
But you can never count out a three-point shooting team as
Terry Collins
gets one to go there. That is the quickest way you can get back into a game. You hit a few of those back-to-back.
Ninth three-pointer so far this game for the Delta Devils.
Howard just clogging the middle there, making it hard to finish around the bucket.
Check that 4 3-pointer.
Won't get credit for a block, but he definitely disrupted that shot there. But possession ultimately remains with Prairie View.
No doubt about it. And Prairie View has been taking advantage of those opportunities. Henry, long jumper inside the arc.
Howard almost had him another one there. He was a step ahead of the defense, but Hunter just couldn't get it to him.
Good job by Gordon with the baseline pick-me-up jumper. Cam now not as aggressive towards the basket as he once was in the first few minutes of this half. Roberts found out that Howard was not going anywhere.
Every which way I turn, there's this tall guy here.
There you go.
He invited him to the party.
And entering the game now, Jeremiah Gambrell, and Henry will take a rest. Roberts again.
Still nowhere to go.
Daniels has just been sitting out there waiting for somebody to throw him the ball, and yes, the large foot of Howard steps on the line. I'm not sure what size, but I know it's bigger than mine.
I'm sure it's in the 20s somewhere.
No, not the 20s.
Come on, man.
Not in the 20s.
Come on,
oh, that's a size above mine. I don't call it size 20.
He's got some boats out there for sure.
P-roll, where I'm from. That's what we call it, P-roll. Kayak. It could be a kayak.
Titanics. He's done a good job there defensively the last few possessions, just causing trouble. Coming down with the rebound, although he did step out of bounds. You can just see the opportunities for him to grow. As like you said earlier, if he can stay there in the Mississippi Valley State program.
Cunningham comes into the game, and Howard takes a rest. And that's the other thing. You don't see Coach just basically sitting him out there for the entire game, trying to soak him. He's giving him some time so he can sit back, watch, and learn. Gordon step back 3, and it is good. Devin Gordon for 3.
He was the first Mississippi Valley State player to hit a three-pointer tonight. Gets another one to go there.
And a little collision there between Hunter and Fate Williams. Now Terry Collins takes advantage of the loose ball and lays it in. And now we've got a little run by the team in green and red.
Yeah, he just kept running right up the back of Mack, and Mack didn't know which way to turn, and Collins came up with the layup, but Valley gives one up on the other end.
Timeout call by Prairie View A&M. Byron Smith does not like what he sees from his ball club. 13-12 left to play here in the second half. And you got a huge lead, but your coach is still not happy.
No, and, you know, you look at Mississippi Valley State, they're executing well here early on in the second half, but when you go into halftime, coming out of the second half with such a big lead, man, not only do you have to do what you've been doing, you got to do double that to try to get over that hump that you put yourself under.
Now, for Prairie View, I think Coach doesn't want them to lose their edge and play flat for the entire second half. Then you've got all day on Thursday to contemplate, did I really play bad or was Coach just faking? And then you may go into Friday flat.
Yeah, and this is the start of a new season. Everything they did during the regular season was great, but that's over with. The only thing that matters if you want to get this team to Indianapolis is what you're going to do over the course of the remainder of the week here in Birmingham. So it's a fresh start. He wants to get his guys playing well. And at this point, and we've seen it from other coaches, it's not about a whole bunch of yelling and screaming. You're getting back to teaching and the basics, especially in the game that you think you should probably win here. Just get your team sharpened up and ready for the next game.
Delta Devils just trying to make a statement that they still have some fight left in them with 13 minutes left in this season if they don't turn it around fast. And Caleb throws it to Dad, and Dad's like, nope, wrong guy.
I'm out of eligibility, son. I think Lindsey could have hit one from there, though. He certainly would have pulled if he had a jersey.
No doubt about it. Fate Williams with the ball for A&M. Oh, and a nice dunk. Great job by Gerardo Briscoe. His first opportunity to score in this game.
Kind of caught a body on that one.
That vertical leap was impressive.
Finishing with some traffic around them in the rim.
Rise up and slam it home.
Man, you appreciate the effort going for the block there, but that's how you end up on a highlight.
And Cam takes it, and he's going to go, coast to coast. It rims out. Terry Collins quickly. He's going to try to go coast to coast, and yes. He says, Cam, that's how you do it.
Got a breakneck pace going here. Offensive foul on Mack.
And I think that was a little frustration by Cam Mack because that one, he was like, that's supposed to go.
It was in, rolled around. Popped out, he wanted to get it back, but there you see it right into the chest of the defender.
Smart move by Coach Smith to just give him a breather. He can clear his head, get back where he needs to go. And they're wiping up the sweat off the floor, and he's upset because when you've got a layup like that and you're a point guard on all-conference first team, you want those baskets. You expect that. Those are things that you don't even think about. That's a layup I don't think about. It's supposed to go in.
Yeah, you're mad at yourself and you're trying to immediately make up for it. Just did a little too much there on the following possession.
Still going man-to-man are the Panthers. Now doubling up. Terry. That one goes over the top of the backboard.
Yeah, with Valley, you see a lot of one-on-one dribbling. You don't see a lot of screens being set on the offense. Players kind of taking it upon themselves and finding success in spurts, but overall, advantage still heavily on the side of Prairie View.
And for Prairie View A&M, those The 2021 SWAC basketball tournament on ESPN is presented by Mountain Dew, the official basketball sponsor of the Southwestern Athletic Conference, and Home Depot. Home Depot's Retool Your School is powered by purpose. Vote today at retoolyourschool.com and help upgrade your HBCU.
Juwan Daniels, 30 points on the afternoon or the evening for Prairie View. 11 of 15 from the floor. Still a lot of game to go. He could have 40 tonight.
Safe to say he likes this building. And he is a high-energy guy who has been playing strong on both ends, offensively and defensively, for Prairie View A&M. Fate Williams gets it over to Gambrell, and now Roberts going to get it over to Daniels. Daniels was running out of time. Fate Williams, long three. Oh, it hits the rim. And now Fate once again with the putback, following up his own shot off the loose ball, and he gets another two.
Boy, he rushed right in there and found that lane wide open. Easy layup.
Fate is really agitating Collins, and that ball goes out. And yes, loose ball, last touch by Collins. Huge hustle play there for Prairie View A&M.
Shot is up. Nobody puts a body on him, and he just comes right through the middle. Thank you. Merry Christmas. Layup.
Fate does it also on the defensive side to bat that ball into Collins, who knocks it out of bounds.
Mississippi Valley State got away there with just lack of communication. Just as a defender, had their backs to the basketball.
Oh, and that one by Collins just goes over the arms of Gordon. They give it right back to Prairie View A&M.
You kind of see the frustration setting in on the body language of the Mississippi Valley State players as they walk back on defense. Down by 20, though. There's still time and opportunity here. They're going to pick up three-quarters court here with a little token pressure here by Valley.
Gambrell back over to Fate Williams for the Panthers. Daniels runs into a delta-double, and there's a block. Gordon called on the foul.
That's a little action they like to run at the top. Daniels, it already occurred here, but he's part of a double screen, and then they come back to him where he's at that position at the top of the key after setting the screen. He's either open for the shot or he makes something happen on his own. In that case, driving to the bucket.
Daniels hitting career high marks. And it continues.
Yep, he's having a heck of a game here to start.
And 31, 11 of 15 from the field, 6 3-pointers. And this is not a guy known as just an offensive threat. He's offense and defense.
Yeah, but the two games this season where he's had 30 points and plus, he's had very good games shooting the three-point ball in those games.
Long arms of Howard able to bring in that missed free throw.
Prairie View there double teaming on the perimeter, creating a lot of chaos for Valley.
Three-pointer by Hunter, no good. Now Daniels gets it over to Roberts. Darrell Roberts pulls it up and gets it out to Fate Williams.
He's open. We're waiting on him. Steps back.
Trying to shoot over a three-pointer, over a 7-footer, and does another three, and that career high keeps growing and growing and growing for Daniel.
Well, he was calling for it a good 2 seconds before he got the ball, and he is just feeling it.
Good block there by Jerodia Briscoe. Briscoe with a dunk earlier in this half. Safe to say he has hops.
Oh, yeah. Hops for days.
Oh, yeah. Roberts bats it away, but able to keep it is Hunter, and he finds Collins, but he's short. And now Cox will try to transition on the offensive side.
Collins has good-looking form, a good-looking shot, but he has just not been able to find the distance here tonight.
Cox with the left hand, and it touches the rim and goes back down over to Perry, and now he's going to do a spin move, try to go spin back, but Howard is right there. He gets it blocked by Briscoe.
Kind of a comparison and contrast that I see with Mississippi Valley State is a lot of dribbling, a lot of one-on-one. With Prairie View, it's a lot of movement without the ball, cuts to the basket. Seems to move a little more efficiently tonight for Prairie View.
No doubt. Paris enters in for Cox, who gets a rest. Collins for three, and he connects.
Found the range that time, and 21 here. More pressure from Prairie View on the defensive side. They like picking up three-quarters court and causing a little chaos for Prairie View on their possession.
Looks like Collins may have got kneed in the mouth. And there is a little blood on the court.
Yeah,
and Collins is going to go to the floor to try to get this basketball.
Yeah, right in his nose. Like it came across the side of his face. And his nose is dripping quite a bit of blood on the court right now, trying to get that cleaned up and get the bleeding to stop. Or it actually could be maybe his
lip.
No. Kind of hard to tell. He's got sweat and blood dripping, but yeah, definitely his lip there. Yeah, you're right. I can see it in his hand there. Sorry if you're a little squeamish at home.
Well, this is late night TV, even on ESPN3. Officials will review the last play to see if anything was flagrant because he is bleeding a little bit.
He's got a towel there and see if he can get that stopped. So the officials, James, taking a look here to see what happened here.
No doubt. Now they're going to check the replay to see if it was flagrant 1 or flagrant 2, but also at the same time, we'll be back and we'll give you up to date on what the officials look at. And you see the staff here trying to clean up, and NBA calls it infectious disease control, but any type of bodily fluid, and you see the young man, Terry Collins, right there. They're trying to stop the bleeding, and you can see him right there. He's in pain, and they're just trying to make sure they can get that straight. And also, they were checking to make sure that the foul that was on him was not something that was flagrant, and obviously it wasn't. They did not call a flagrant foul. It was, as they say, an accident.
Yeah, just something that happens during the course of action on the court there. And you like to see, and definitely happy everyone takes all the necessary precautions and have those protocols in place when something like that happens.
Gordon for 3, short. Briscoe with the rebound for the Panthers, and the Panthers led by Paris and Fate Williams now.
Daniels still on the court. He's sitting at 34 points, a career high and counting for Prairie View. He's in the corner there, setting a screen. He might get in on this action.
Batted away by Jefferson, right in the hands of a Prairie View athlete, Briscoe, and Roberts shoots it at the buzzer, goes in and out, and now Gordon for Mississippi Valley in transition.
Look at Prairie View overplaying the passing lanes and just everywhere on the defensive side of the ball.
Great job by Paris for Prairie View, able to show that he has some great hands. Damari Paris able to bat that ball away and get the turnover.
Look at that nice rotation there, and just totally disruptive, and eventually the ball going out of bounds off of Mississippi Valley State.
Bo Ngidgoff is in for Prairie View, number 3.
Double screen here. We've seen this.
And Fate couldn't finish it with a nifty move using with his basketball dribbling skills. Air ball. Now they're going to slow it down.
Yeah, the clock is definitely the friend of Prairie View right now. Up by 21. We're down to just a tick over 6 minutes to go, and things looking good.
Gordon trying to find Hunter. He does. Inside to Jefferson.
Look at Daniels out there, man. He's still aggressively playing on defense. Already has a career high. Comfortable lead out on the court, but those guys still playing hard in both ends.
Damari Paris with the nice jumper, the Eastern Michigan graduate transfer. Hunter, he'll have to earn it at the line. Blocking foul called on.
Yeah, just a
lot
of watching, a lot of one-on-one play. It's more like a pro-style offensive set that you might see in the NBA.
Substitutions, Cunningham coming in and Cam Mack coming back. Fate Williams gets a much-deserved rest along with Perry for Valley.
And Hunter continues to struggle from the free throw line.
Looks like he's starting to fatigue a little bit. He exerted a lot of energy in that first half. To the victor of the spoils, 1 and 2 seeds, both, and good dunk there by Howard. This young man has a future.
Boy, every time he dunks the ball, that shot clock just bounces around on top of the backboard there.
7'1", 7'2", about 250. He has a lot of room to grow.
Yeah, a lot of power there. Daniels taking it right to him. Again, not a block, but a disruption.
Bo called for the foul. And for Howard, I mean, it's just a matter of time. If he can continue to work hard, continue to build on his body, good days ahead. And Bo goes and sits down, and Coach Smith is not happy with the effort. Now they're going to try to bring in some other guys. They say you got to be ready to roll when he calls you.
We still got to get a ruling on this shoe size for Howard. I think you're underestimating what he's working with.
I'm not underestimating. I don't think it's a 20. Three-pointer by Hunter. Paris now connecting on the offensive side for the Panthers.
Just tossing it up there for Howard. He said either that's going to go in or Howard's going to get the rebound. It turned out to be the latter.
Timeout on the court. 70. The 2021 SWAC basketball tournament on ESPN is presented by USAA, the official military appreciation partner of the Southwestern Athletic Conference. By Cricket Wireless. Smile, you're on Cricket. And by Credit Versio. Get your credit score up to where it should be with Credit Versio. Visit creditversio.com. And Byron Smith trying to talk to Ben Nagigot and let him know exactly what was going on in his head. And he's like, okay, no problem. I understand. You didn't have it. And, you know, when you're in a game like that, the player is trying to give you a long, drawn-out excuse, and he really doesn't want to hear that right now.
Yeah, we know what that's like, because both you and I are fathers of three. We hear that from time to time.
Oh, yeah. And then you get worried when they don't say anything. They're just looking at you like, what?
That's when you really get scared.
Good job by the 7-footer to get 2 free throws in. 16-point lead. Daniels adds on to his career night.
I think we can have a 40-piece here before it's all said and done.
A 40-piece?
We're working on it.
You like them? You like the legs or the flats?
Not a big fan of the flats.
And Henry, right there. And he's getting excited. 20-point lead now for Prairie View. I mean, a 40-piece, that's a lot. It's a lot of birds.
Yeah, that's the family meal.
That's a couple of family meals.
The family reunion.
Yeah, small reunion, but yeah.
That's going to be a travel right there. The two teammates fighting each other for the ball. Like, I had it, man. Come on.
Oh, and it just touched the. Yeah, they were both going at it. Yeah, they wanted it. I had the ball.
Like, man, I can't fight you and this.
Well, for Henry, this has been, a good and bad evening for him. Good on the offensive side, bad when it comes to free throws and loose balls.
Boy, good for the team. That's the most important thing. They're up by a solid 20 here, just over 2 to go.
Perry swats that one away. He wanted to go the other way, but with 2:36 left, and Daniels will get a seat and a couple of high fives because he had a career evening for the Panthers.
Yep, he's going to be stuck at 36. He could have had his 40, 3 of 8 from the free throw line, so he left 5 points on the table right there. 7 of 12 from downtown behind the three-point line.
He did not want to solidify your 40-piece special. No. That's too much even for the elite eater.
Look, it's a nice, even, round number, 40.
Yes.
That's memorable. I had a 40-point night. Not that 36 is too shabby.
Paris, and he has had a great second half. Very smooth shot.
For Mississippi Valley State, they're really trying to build on the future. Start thinking about what you might have next year, how to improve on this season, and definitely have some potential out there on the court.
Perry looks like he got swatted by Ben, but he's able to get 2 points for the Delta Devils. Now less than 2 minutes to play. And I expect the Panthers to slow it down even more. And Ben! Big Ben, the giggle, with the dunk.
See, now he has something to explain to his coach. Explain how he cut to the basket and was open for the dunk there.
And coach is clapping because he's like, okay, we'll take that dunk.
So a day off here for Prairie View, who looks pretty certain they're going to advance off, and they'll be back in action on Friday. Some tournaments are set up different, but to get in here, get some burn, get a little time off, look at film, stay off your feet for a little bit, and right back at it on Friday.
Well, you got to remember, due to all of the things that we've been going through for 2020 and 21, it's different than what it used to be. Back in the day, guys say, oh, yeah, we're going to the mall, we're going to do this, we're going to go out to eat, blah, blah, blah. Oh, you can't do all those things. These are strictly business trips, and you want to do everything you can to stay healthy.
And they've seen Birmingham. This team has been to Birmingham. They've closed the deal in the city before, so they'll just handle their business this time around.
And our player of the game, USAA player of the game, it may be a guy who had a night of nights, 36 points, I believe that will be, and 13 of 19. He is our USAA player of the game, Jawan Daniels, second team all SWAC, but tonight he was first in a lot of categories.
Yeah, that was a tough choice, boy. I know they had a hard time picking that one in the truck there.
They had to grind it out, you know, committee meetings, subcommittee meetings, triple subcommittee meetings, and then they came out with it.
Could have been an email.
Yes.
Hats off to Daniels, man. What a show he put on here. And I'm sure he's hoping to do a lot more before leaving town.
Edgar. And that one goes right. Edgar again, the Houston native. And he scores. Denario Edgar the second.
Very popular amongst his teammates. The starters over there on their feet after that bucket.
And Thursday you'll see Alcorn taking on Texas Southern at 3 p.m. Eastern and at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. I know a lot of people are going to have some parties. Yeah, they'll be doing some crawfish and things of that nature. The Bayou Classic basketball style, Southern Grambling, right here in Birmingham.
What do you think will be in that pot down there, man?
It will be crawfish. It will be corn, potatoes. Some people put mushrooms, lemons, of course. Some people do celery. Yeah, shrimp. Well, you know, shrimp a little out of season right now. But, you know, whatever they can get their hands on. Fate Williams with 17.5 seconds left. Time is winding down on the 2021 season for the Delta Devils, but the future is bright. They do have now a core. They've got perimeter shooters, and they've got a center.
Yeah, absolutely. Excited about what we saw from Howard. And anytime you see a basketball player that has potential and you want to see the opportunity to see him grow from year to year, that's one of the most exciting things about college basketball.
9 points away from hitting the century mark, but Byron Smith walks away with a 91-64 victory over Mississippi Valley. Your final thoughts on what we saw here from the Panthers?
Well, if Prairie View is going to hit the three-point shot, it is going to be hard for anyone that's here in Birmingham to defeat them. We know what they do defensively. We know what they do in transition, but, man, when they put it all together, they are the most dangerous team in this year's tournament.
And for Daniels, a career night, 36 points, and more is yet to come. So for Tolly Carr, I'm James Verrett saying so long from Birmingham. Our final score, 91-64 in favor of Prairie View A&M. They move on to the semifinals. All games airing on ESPN networks or streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.